Hello everyone, I'm Count Christo and welcome back to the Roman Reclamation campaign. In the last episode there was some internal politics. We got the Greeks back in charge of Prusa here, and that's about it really. Not much time passed. Alright, I'm definitely gonna try and look into killing that event because it's so repetitive, but never mind. The war exhaustion continues to drop. Which is good. Need to get it below 5 to stop the Peasants' War ticking. Oh, confirmation of Schwappelin. That's right, we did. Right, we looked into the tribal loyalty. They seem to be settling perfectly fast to me. There's currently a 22.6% tribal percentage. I don't know how fast that goes down. Cyrilla has been placed under interdict. Ooh, nice. All right, we'll check that out next. Cyrilla has been placed under interdict. I was just talking about them in the last episode. I was saying, I wonder why they're not Catholic. Apparently, the Pope has the same question. So I can send messages of solidarity to those who are placed under interdict. You know, being Orthodox, we might want to buddy up with those that don't support the Catholic Church. But it does cost us Diplo points, so I'm probably almost never going to do that. But in brighter news, in dark days of war and death, a reminder of new beginnings can ease the pain of our people. Our great Or-Crator Ionas V and his noble Queen Helena have been blessed with another child. Fantastic. So we get war exhaustion, which brings us below the Peasants' War limit. Fantastic. That's what we were doing. We're looking at navies. So the Athenians have 3 galleys. The Knights appear to have 2. How about you? Cyprus has 4. My lord, these guys have a lot of galleys. Well, they are pretty cheap, so it's not that surprising. So if we went to war with Athens, we would actually lose the war at sea. And the Knights, that's right, they hold this valuable trading city over here. So what I think we'll probably want to do is first go against these guys, the Suhran and the Adian, and we can retake our cause from them. And then when we go to war with Athens, we'll be able to easily siege down Ionia and thereby peace out the Knights. In fact, we can walk to the Knights, but not, of course, if they're blockading the strait. How long until I get trade ships, by the way? Tech 7, quite a way away. Let's dock the fleet for now, and dock their pay as well. But anyway, moving swiftly on. So I really just I want to get above 50% manpower. I wonder if there are some cheesy ways I could do that. Like, how could I tank my manpower temporarily? We should consider investing in the court. Yeah, it's changing by 1.4% a year. That's outrageous. We don't want it to go below 30. I wish maybe this would ruin part of the role play, not the role play, but like the calculation part of the game. But I wish it would just tell you, all right, here's how much money you need in total wealth to maintain level 1, 2, 3, however many there are. Well, 1 doesn't require any input, but here's how much wealth you need in total based on current modifiers. And it can make it like an estimate, so it doesn't have to actually do the full calculation. To be at level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. Is there a level 6? Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. I want, show me the court level pop-ups. And I do want to get education pop-ups, yeah. So, court level. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to know how much money does it cost to do, how much should I have to have a, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How much to have level 2, how much to have level 3, how much to have level 4, how much to have 5, and how much to have level 6. Because it's really useful information that you just have to kind of guess. I mean, there are some benefits, but I don't know. We earn 9 a month right now. I think we could afford to give them 7. Give them a stipend, bump them up to a bit above 70, and let's see if we can hold them at that. Now let's check out education. Very important to keep your education system working if you want to have lots of nice art power and all that good stuff. The court gives lots of art power as well. We have 7 upper class pops studying and 2 without access. That is so good. That is phenomenal. We have a lot of universities. It's also the fact that we have we don't have that many universities, do we? Well, I suppose that's only 2 universities that we need for that. Yeah, because 2 level 1 universities gives 6 student slots, and then our local art and intellectual centre gives 1 more education slot. So that's how we get to 7. Questions about education. I'm not sure what level we're gonna stop at. I mean, we could shoot for fair. Let's give him some funding. I think 8. I usually tend to give like a month's worth to education. And if we're putting 10 in, and the church is putting 8.4 in, the calculation for education is so much more complicated. What I'm trying to work out is what will the endowment's resting point be if we put 10 in and the church puts 8.8 in. That has dropped our income quite substantially. How about we just put slightly less in? Yeah. Okay, so this is 6. We're putting in 16.8 ducats per year. And because we have a 1.95 education multiplier, then I think the state and church contribution get, let's consider it a 2 multiplier, just for the sake of maths, get doubled. So we're putting in 32 ducats a year, and it subtracts 5% of the education endowment at the end of each year. I'm pretty sure that's right. Let me just very quickly check. Education. Give me just a moment. So if it does subtract 5% per year, yeah, it's 5%. Okay, cool. So essentially, it goes down by 5% per year, which means this number should become 20 times our total contribution, I think. So let's say we're putting in 16 ducats, which means we're putting in 32 ducats, which means the endowment should naturally trend towards 620. Sorry, 640. Right? I think that's right. Putting in 16, yeah, that sounds right. So let's see if it does. Let's see if it trends up to that. It is currently tanking. Let's give him some endowments to try and reverse that trend. I know we're putting a lot of money into this. Hey, burgers, we got any money for me? No. I tend to demand the money from the burgers pretty much every single time that I can. And we're going to have some rich burgers to give us lots and lots of money in this campaign. Production improvements. Fantastic. Force limit-wise, I imagine we're quite a bit under it. You can't see it if you can't afford to build it. Yeah, we're 3 under the force limit right now. We've got some Albanian separatists rising over here. Did we have some... yeah, we had some turmoil. Be okay, though. I am going to endeavour to spread... as I think I mentioned, we're going to try and spread Greek culture. The way you spread culture, by the way, is you have a... I think you have to have a full core on the province you're trying to spread it to. And it has to border your culture. And it goes faster the smaller the province is. Hey, our nation's rank has changed. Fantastic. We've just been upgraded to average, because we have 200 population. Fantastic. Gives us an extra alliance slot, because we've gone up from minor to average. I don't know if it does much else. It means we can set up automated construction, but come on, let's be reasonable. I'm not setting up automated construction. I think mediating disputes is a good idea. What is our current stability modifier? The easiest way to check that is actually just through here. Only 1.2. Yeah, it's not great stability modifier. We have revoked some privileges, which does make stability. We can get another tech. I will keep up to date as much as possible on military technology, because I really don't want any of our neighbours, I'm looking at you, Bulgaria, to come and ruin this great start we've got going here. If we wanted to min-max power projection, well, actually, it's one way we can min-max power projection is like that. Gets us some extra Monarch points for the next 4 years. No, next 1 year, because it's ticking down at 4 a year right now. Did we set a new rival after we got rid of the Ottomans? We don't actually have a valid one. Serbia is currently our rival. Ooh. Well, Serbia is getting trounced. So now is the time to declare on them. And we could do a quick humiliate rival war. We'd be able to get war dynamism on Vodun. Their vassals are presumably all disloyal. Yeah, the vassals are all disloyal, so they're not going to help. I think I'd rather do a reconquest war, though. Okay. I know, I said I'd recover manpower. I say a lot of things, okay? Let's go to war with Serbia. They're our rival, so we'd get power protection from declaring. And we can do a reconquest war. Quickly take Vodun and Ceres. We'll make Vodun the war goal. We'll pay the navy. Let's go. Inflation ticking up, not as much as it began ticking up in our Prussia campaign though, because the centralization is helping to manage it. So essentially the fact that their subjects are disloyal means that they will not band together to fight against us. The vassals will all just stay in their own land, saying, nope, 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 I can't hear you, and won't come help. I think this will count as declared war on rival. It didn't. That's silly. Oh well. I know we've got low morale. I'm not concerned. I want to border Moria. That's the other thing. Achaia is still unfortunately guaranteed by the damn Nepalese traders. So even though he's disloyal, he will run from us. Maybe it's different from base game. Maybe I've got it wrong. But we're going to heavily restrict looting. This is land that we don't want to loot. We want it to be pristine and nice for when we take it over. And yeah, let's get the blockade established. We'll send over a couple of guys to do this. Well, these guys actually come over as well to avoid unnecessary attrition. I wonder if we can get war dynamism on this province. I don't know. We shouldn't take Macedonia until we have all the connecting provinces. Though we don't have a truce with you anymore, do we? You are allied to Arboron. I don't want to take any more land up here yet because we'd really struggle with communication efficiency getting all the way around here at the moment. This kind of centrally located Orthodox core Greek land is the ideal for us to take right now. Let's go siege with, no, this lot. Good. Not really. I'm happy to only take these two provinces. You know, the inland stuff. Monasticism. Okay. Orthodox monks followed the example of St. Anthony. Now, these are different from normal monasticism in well, I say normal, from Catholic monasticism, which is normal in the sense that it's what I'm used to. Much like less likely to see monastic events, this may eventually reduce our church influence. So we can get these kenobiomes, not sure, which gives us less unrest, more missionary strength. It gives local settler increase, which obviously matters for naught. Which a great lava. Just gives local unrest down, but it's just straight up bad. Or we can do a Stravopagic monastery, which gives more church influence. I think, you know, although we are going pious, we still don't want huge church influence to be rampant in our country, because high church influence gives lower production efficiency. Although they do spend their money on education, which is great. There's loads of money goes from the church into the education budget. I'm not going to permit anything. I'm going to work to try and reduce the levels of monasticism that we have. We've got an excellent vintage, good, free prestige. What's the mission we have right now? Rival or arrival? Right now, right. Yeah, that's not going to happen. They like us, but it's not going to happen. So let's cycle that. We could take over. Ooh, bit of a lag there. We could take over. What's this place? Thessaly. This is a tiny little province, but there's a monastic town. See, the thing is, I want lots of monastic towns, but I don't want the other kind of monasteries because these are great. But manpower low happened to us. I think that's because our manpower hasn't actually dropped. We've just our cap keeps going up and up and up as we get rid of the what's it called? The penalty to communication efficiency, the martial law penalty. That's the one. So all this area has gone down to very low autonomy because the communication efficiency is fantastic. If we throw the communication efficiency on the trade map mode for a second, look at that. Beautiful communication around here because it's all so close to the capital, which is fantastic. Let's take those away again. How do I get rid of them off the trade map mode? I think maybe you just wait a month. Oh, no, here we go. This is probably it. No, let's replace the Patriarch. Okay, I think we're okay with the Patriarch right now. Why can't I turn off the control time? Anyway, doesn't matter. So we can replace the Patriarch. Why? As Pontifex Maximus. What does that mean? I don't know the literal translation. I mean, Maximus must be like top dog, guy in charge, maximal ruler. I can't remember what pontifex means. Anyway, so we're the head of state. We're also the head of the church, and we can replace the guy. Loyal religious head will be removed. You know, I'm kind of okay with the loyal religious head, to be honest. Where's he? Ooh, Patriarch of Constantinople, pious. So because we're pious and we control Constantinople, we get more missionary strength. Nice. I wonder if we get all the other patriarchates. There's one in Cairo. There's one in Jerusalem. There's one in Antioch, which is Antioch's here, right? I think this is Antioch under another name. I don't remember where the other. Oh yeah, Rome. Right, Rome. I wonder if we can get more missionary strength from every single one of those we get. That could be fun. Production efficiency. Production improvements have ended. Now, you know, we are relatively wealthy. We should be able to afford advisors. So what's the next? Oh, we're still doing the admin idea group? Okay. We should definitely get an admin advisor. Multi-autonomy change and unrest seems like a great pickup to me. He is Greek Orthodox, as is this guy, so there's no toss-up there. I think we'll go for autonomy change. Prestige is nice, but let's get him. It's expensive, but the level 1 advisors are such good value for money. I always feel like I want them. These events, by the way, they give you 50 sometimes, and they give you minus 25 sometimes, and they happen at the same frequency, the negatives and the positives, so they're always a net positive. So I tend to really not kind of register them. So, interesting point on culture conversion. If you accept a culture as an accepted culture through this menu here, you can promote a culture like this. It converts much slower if it's accepted. So we may want to remove these. If we want to actually just spread glorious, you know, Greek culture all over the world, it would be faster to do that if we actually stopped accepting some other cultures. The only thing that could go badly wrong at the moment with this war is if Hungary vassalized Serbia, then we'd be at war with Hungary. But if we can get the war goal, we'll probably be able to peace out even if that did happen. We've won the Siege of Ceres and instantly killed their ships. Cool. I don't know if we'll have supply range up here. Should do. Yeah, we do. Oh, of course, it's coming out of Ionia. Right. We don't have a core here. We can get one. It costs 1 admin point. That seems reasonable. Do we have war dynamism here? We don't. I think you're not supposed to get war dynamism on subjects, but sometimes I just seem to. So, I don't know. Oh, there goes the piece. Good, pretty much exactly what we expected. They took this area. They didn't take all of it. Didn't vassalize them or anything funky. No, good. I think I will take Macedonia because we can do a war with Thessaly right away. So just to check, right now they'll give me this. Yes? No. Nearly though. Okay, let's. So they should all just go home, right? They won't band together to help each other. This is a woods province we'd be attacking into. Let's go and check. Serbia, do you have any men hiding up here? There's a couple of guys here. If we just siege down the capital. There's the Serbian men. No, those are the Ceres men. Maybe Serbia has no men. It's entirely plausible. No, those are the Serbian men. Sorry, all these flags. They're very similar. Which of course is no accident. They're all. This is my Byzantine history is not fantastic, but I believe all these states around here, like Serbia and Ceres and Athens, are all. I think these guys are Catholic, aren't they? No, they're Orthodox. Those, that doesn't make sense. I was about to say they're all remnants of the Latin Empire, which was a state set up by Crusaders, who got a bit lost. Didn't get lost, but it was they originally set off to try and retake Jerusalem, and then ended up just fighting the Orthodox a bunch. I think that's how that went down. And so they basically fractured the Eastern Roman Empire and caused lots of stability. I mean, the Eastern Roman Empire was already, pretty much on the way out by that point, but it certainly didn't help. And I think that's what makes this whole area so fractured. And this flag reminds me of a flag I've seen referring to the what do they call them? The Latin Empire. That's right, the Latin Empire. So I think that's That's why all these flags are so similar. But I could be entirely wrong. One of you almost certainly knows better in the comments, so do enlighten us if you are in fact that person. Let's go for the stack wipe of these guys. There is a gold mine in Kosovo, but gold mines are less just inherently brilliant in this mod than they are in EU4. Their production is still heavily influenced by the level of development you can get in the province. Can we arrive in the hills before them? No, but they're on such low morale. I think it's worth going for them here. We are losing some manpower in this war, but it's it's a reconquest war. It's a good war, a just war. What's it called? Something at Bellum. I can't remember. What it was? I want to look it up while we finish this siege. Just war. Aquinas. Hey, nice. Spirit Decor. Fantastic. Let's not overdo this siege. Jus bellum istium. Just war theory. So just bellum. There we go. It's just war. We don't want to can we go in their territory right now? No, we don't have any conditional access there. Okay. Well. New mission. Reclaim and Halo. Where was that again? Is it here? No. And Halo. No, stop trying to make me go toward Bulgaria. If you're wondering why we have the old mission system, by the way, I didn't mention this. We're of course on the patch before. I say of course we're on the patch before Rule Britannia because MEIOU&Taxes hasn't been updated for Rule Britannia yet. I think what's this? Civ. I mean, we could do that in conjunction with our reconquest. We'll see. We'll see. Imperial relations are but on. That's doable. Do we get anything good out of it? Just dip flow rep? It's not worth it. Cycle it. I tend to just cycle missions that I'm not that into in order to get the really good ones to come out. So we can't do this because we need a fort in the area, which is annoying because it means we're going to have to siege down Macedonia, which requires us to fight these guys in the woods. We might be able to bait them out, though. If we could... yeah, Hungary. Got some max relations. They're at war with Bohemia. Interesting. In what? A Bohemia conquest of Poznan. So Bohemia is fighting Poland plus their vassals and Hungary plus their vassals. That's going to be a pretty big fight. I wonder who's going to win that one. We could just, walk away without Macedonia. It's not vital. I suspect it will break off and it might then be easier to take them when they're not in this big vassal swarm kind of situation. So we could just settle, which doesn't seem too bad to me. Oh, we could get a humiliate in this war. Yeah, I would like to get a humiliate done, actually. What happened to my general? Did he die? What an idiot. Let's get another one. So in that case, I think we just go and drill. And just wait. We'll get the war score eventually. They can't raise troops. Well, they can't. No, they can't raise troops because their subjects are disloyal and you can't train troops in disloyal subjects. Let's check. They are all definitely. So none of the subjects will come to get us. Serbia can't raise troops. So I'm now just in a great position to just wait. If we get call for peace, obviously, I'll... But for now, seems fine. We do have, unfortunately, the automatically raise maintenance. I don't want maintenance on Constantinople right now. I don't think I need it here either. There's no local fortifications in either of those provinces. And really, I should go and drill back in Pagia over here. But we can go over there next time. Alright. I think it's probably worth it. I don't want to fall behind in admin tech. Being head on mil tech's great because of that army tradition. Just as I was talking about admin tech. Free admin stuff there. So blockading here doesn't really matter. It gives us a little bit of war score. That's actually quite a substantial amount of war score. It's giving us 4.5 right now. But I'm going to put the Navy in port and stop paying them. And then what we'll do is we'll just pop them out. God, they're so cheap. It's only 0.2 ducats. But yeah, every ducat helps. I've just popped them out before I do the peace deal. Because I'll just get the same amount of war score then. You don't cause war exhaustion to someone by by blockading their subjects' troops. Or rather ports. So it's not really a concern on that front. Sunni fanatics are gaining some traction over here in the non-core land. Yeah, very unsurprisingly. Not a huge amount I can do about that right now. There's a very large Orthodox community in both provinces. If we could convert it, that would be great. We could flip it over, but separatism, local autonomy, all makes it very difficult to convert. Alright, these guys are over here. Let's get them drilling. Fantastic. Province gained. Oh, we did get... So I sold you. Thought we'd get war dynamism. Slave uprising. They should know their place in Pergamos. Where was it? Pergamos? Piedmont? No. I'm not sure where that was. Is it a modifier on this screen? Pergamos. I should know this. Ah, there it is. That's the one. I knew I'd heard it before. So a bit of a slave uprising, eh? I don't see a slave uprising. Anyway, we've gained Voden. I don't think we need to. Because we're going to take it in this war, and we just got to 100%, which I just noticed. So how long is it? It appears 2 years of full occupation of the war leader gives you 100%, which is interesting change. Yeah, give me some money. Give me these two. And that's very strange. But apparently we're allowed to do this. So I think I will. War reps. Yeah. And then we'll go to war with Thessaly in order to allow communication with Macedonia. Because we're going to struggle with communication efficiency up in this mountainous region. But because it's our culture, our religion, it tends to remain non-rebellious. This looks good to me. I don't think I want to go any further north than this right now. It wouldn't let me take Vandar, would it? If we took out the humiliate. It would! But why? That's weird. They have a fort. I guess when you're at 100%, it ignores the fort restriction penalty. That's very interesting. I wonder if that's true in the base game as well. Anyway, well, in that case, I think we'll take no money, no war reps, and get the humiliate. Can't quite fit it in. Alright, well, we won't go for Vandar. We don't have... The war goal isn't valid for Vandar anyway. I do want Vandar, though. Yeah. Yeah, let's take Vandar and the money and the war reps. Okay, we got a bit more war score. Might as well muck with them a little bit. Could do this. Costs us 4 diplo points, which is not much. No, we don't need to cancel vassals. The vassals will break free on their own. Alright, there we go. Decisive... Oh, right, yeah. I was going to say, are they just going to stay forever hostile to us? But now, it's us relieving a siege in the mountains. We will take some money in the court, sure. Oh, God. The siege ticks. 6 days. My lord. Serbia is no longer a valid rival, and we have gained the imperial reconquest against everyone we neighbour. If we just have that war goal forever, that seems... I don't know, that seems pretty powerful. We, yeah, no longer valid rival with Serbia. Who is valid? No one? I'm surprised we can't rival like Venice yet. But, yeah, please don't win the siege before I get there. That'd be a pain. Costly trade embargo against Venice. We can get rid of that. Okay, well... Oh, come on. Let's just get in there. No, it's going to go. It's going to fall. You know it is. Please. Oh, goodness sake. All right, well... Oh, we've got no access through these guys. You should give me military access. No? Just because you hate me? Come on. All right, we'll charge in. We should be able to beat 6 on 3. Come on. Cancel that embargo. Awesome. So we're spreading back across to our old lands, which will also make communication efficiency better over here. because it will probably go in. We've got a trade wharf on here, yeah. So it'll go from the capital to the trade wharf here, and then by land it will go into here, which won't be great, but at least it won't be terrible levels of bad. Yeah, we should win that. Oh, barely any casualties actually. It's pretty good. They do steal our technology, of course, but yes, there they go. We can stack wipe them, and then the sieges will be even shorter for us, I suspect. We need more soldiers. Nice. Lots of string of good events there. Look at this. 2-day sieges. That's great. That's why they made the disease outbreaks a potential monthly tick rather than a natural 0, because you could just fire 6 disease outbreaks in a row and just your entire army would die. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. Glorious expansion against the former Latin Empire. I'm going to go and look into whether I'm right about the Latin Empire being why it's all shattered in that area. And in the next episode, I suspect we shall turn our eyes back to Anatolia. They've got some problems right now, so perfect time to jump on them, take Tyre, take Erla, Massa, and line ourselves up for a war against the Knights and Athens to retake Ionia and Attica. Until then, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.